Good morning, students. Student, today we will discuss about the half yearly question paper here. Let's start with the question number 1. Children, this is a sheet of a particular child of your class only. So let's see what are the questions. The first question was, the following is not the objective of management: earning profit, organizational growth, providing employment, and policy making. This question is saying that which one of these four is not the objective of management. Management has an objective to achieve business goal, and business goal is what? To earn profit, to provide growth to the organization, to provide employment, that is a social objective, right? To provide employment to the society people also. So what is left here? That is policy making. So the policy making is not the objective of management. Policy making is the work which is done from the top level of people. So let's start the second question. The second question is, the formal line of authority from highest to lowest rank are called gangplank, scalar chain, and centralization. So this question is saying that if the authority is moving from highest to lowest rank, highest to lowest means top to bottom. So what we call this formal line? So we call it scalar chain system. Scalar chain system, the authority, or we can say the power, move from top to bottom. Next is, social trend provide various opportunity and threat to business enterprises. Concept is related with political environment, social environment, technological environment, and none from above. Now in chapter number 3 we have read about business environment chapter, where we have discussed about business dimension. There are 5 business dimensions which affect the business, and these are social, political, economical, legal, and technological, right? So if your business is affected by political thing, or because of the political policies, or because of the political interference, that will come into a political environment. Here the business is affecting by the opportunity and threats which is provided from social trend, social custom, society people. These all will come inside the social environment. Now next question is, selecting an alternative step of planning come after which step in the planning process? It means we are asking about planning process है. प्लानिंग प्रोसेस में एक ऑल्टरनेटिव को सेलेक्ट करना स्टेप जो है प्लानिंग के किस प्रोसेस के बाद में आता है? स्टेप्स के बाद में आता है. सेलेक्टिंग एन ऑल्टरनेटिव स्टेप ऑफ प्लानिंग कम आफ्टर विच स्टेप? सो बिफोर वी सेलेक्ट एन ऑल्टरनेटिव, व्हाट इज द स्टेप वी फॉलो? ऑल्टरनेटिव सेलेक्ट करने का मतलब दैट वंस द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ कंपनी हैज़ बीन डिसाइडेड, और we have to make lots of plan, lots of way by which we can achieve these objective. These all different way we can say alternative, right? Once lots of alternative has been decided by which the objective can be achieved, we have to evaluate the alternative, all the alternative. Once the evaluation has been done, we will select a best alternative. So selecting an alternative, उससे पहले हमने क्या किया? We have evaluated the alternative, or we have judged the alternative. So the answer will be evaluating the alternative. Next will be obligation to perform assigned task when a superior provide some task to its subordinate. So this is called obligation to perform assigned task. The subordinate will be now obligated to perform the task which is assigned by the superior to him. So what concept it is? This is a concept of responsibility. The subordinate is completing his responsibility. Next is, coordination is required at all the level of management. All the level of management means management has 3 level. That was top level, middle level, and lower level, which we call operational level also, right? So coordination is basically what? Coordination is basically you say when we are working into the organization, there is not a single person who work, there are lots of people who work. We all required to coordinate with each other. So it's required not only in one level of the organization, it is required in all the level of the organization, so that the objective of organization can be achieved. Next is, a place for everything and for everyone is the principle of discipline. This is wrong. because a place for everything and for everyone is the principle of order. Next is determining the duration and frequency of rest intervals to complete a particular job is called time study. Now this is wrong. Why? Because time study में हम क्या determine करते हैं? We determine a standard time which is taken by employee to perform a particular job. That is called a concept of time study. Now here the concept is different. This question is saying that determining the duration and frequency of rest interval to complete a particular job. It means a particular job को complete करने के लिए एक employee जो rest ले रहा है उस रेस्ट के इंटरवल और ड्यूरेशन को और फ्रिक्वेंसी को डिटरमाइन करने के लिए कौन सा वे यूज़ होता है? नॉट टाइम स्टडी बट वी गो थ्रू विद द प्रोसेस ऑफ फटीग स्टडी है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन से स्पैन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट रिफर्स द नंबर ऑफ सबऑर्डिनेट दैट कैन बी इफेक्टिवली मैनेज बाय अ सुपीरियर. ट्रू. Span of management is a concept by which we can know that how many subordinate a superior can able to effectively managed. Next is promotion is an external source of recruitment. This is false. Why? Because promotion is basically what? The employee, those who are already working into the organization, we are promoting them to a bigger position or higher position, right? So these employees are from inside the organization only. If the employee are inside the organization means the source is internal source, not external source. Next question say ABC company provide training to their all employee in which all the trainee learn under the guidance of master worker. Identify the training method. So two things are important here, that training is provided to all the learner and under the guidance of master worker. This concept is related with the apprenticeship programs. Next is give a serial order of staffing as a function of management. Children, most of you get confused here and this is very simple question. It was asking you that when we talk about the function of management, what is the serial order of staffing? So the first function of management is planning, second is organizing, and third is staffing. So staffing have the third function of management or third serial order. Next question say give the meaning of performance appraisal as a step in the process of staffing. Now student, in the staffing process, once we appoint the employee into the organization and after the appointment, it becomes the duty of the organization to provide training to every employee. Once training is provided, it becomes the duty of a superior to check or to evaluate the performance of employee. When the superior evaluates the performance of employee, we called it a process of performance appraisal. Now next is, can accountability be delegated? So this I have told earlier also that you cannot delegate the accountability. It's possible that a superior delegate his certain work to his subordinate to reduce his own burden, but still the person is accountable for his own work. So we cannot delegate accountability. Next question is, planning is done for achieving organizational objective. Do you agree with this statement? If yes, why? So the answer is that why we do planning? We do planning so that we can achieve the organizational objective. So definitely the answer will be yes, I agree with the statement that planning is done for achieving organizational objective, because this is the first step in the process of function of management, and in the planning only we make the objective, we set the objective, and according to the objective we plan so that we can achieve our objective. Next is, today time digital watches demand has expanded in the market, which adversely affect the market of traditional watches. Which dimension of business environment example is this? Name it. So we are talking about business dimension, that was economical, social, technological, political or legal. Now this is related with today time digital watches. It means now the digital watches demand has been increased in the market, and just because of this the traditional watches demand has reduced. It means this is reflecting the technology. Now the technology has been changed. Now the watches are coming in a digital mode also. So this is the environment of business environment of technological. Now next is, explain in one line how general involvement is different from specific involvement. You have to give one differentiate here between general involvement and specific involvement. So very simple differentiate here, that when we talk about general involvement, social, your political, your legal, your technological, these all are they, but they all affect the business organization indirectly. But your specific involvement, which include the investor of the organization, the customer of the organization, your competitors of the organization, they affect the business directly. So this is the difference between your general involvement and specific involvement. Now next question is, a company for filling certain vacant posts into the organization give offer to physically challenged person. Identify the organizational objective it is trying to achieve. So a company for filling the vacant position into the organization are going through with the physically challenged people. So their objective is not to earn profit, their objective is to provide social objective और सोशल बेनिफिट टू द फिजिकली चैलेंज पीपल. तो यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्टिव हो गया आपका सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज, मैनेजर आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इम्प्लांटिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग द प्लान and strategies of the organization. Identify the label of management manager is working. It means a manager who are responsible for implanting and controlling the plan. एक manager जो plan को बना रहा है, implement करा रहा है, it's implementing children, by mistake it was written implanting, and controlling the plan और plan को control भी कर रहे हैं, and strategies of the organization. Identify the level of management manager is working, so definitely it will be top level. Next will be how effectiveness is different from efficiency at business. Now effectiveness in business means two things are there. This is 1 marks question, so you don't need to go very deeply here. इफेक्टिवनेस और इफ़िशियंसी में जो मेन डिफरेंस होता है, दैट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इफेक्टिवनेस इज रिलेटेड विद द एंड रिजल्ट. एंड रिजल्ट मीन्स टू अचीव द टारगेट और टू कंप्लीट द वर्क ऑन टाइम is called as effectiveness. Now efficiency is related with utilization of less resources and providing more and more product. Next is explain the three function of management. So you will explain the three function of management, that is planning, organizing and staffing. Now next question, that was case study. Now children, this case study was related with Aarti Private Limited and a wheat producing company. Daily 5,000 bag of wheat weighing 10 kg each are produced here. It means there is a company Aarti Private Limited. Every day 5,000 bags of wheat जिनके की 10 kg का होता per bag is produced by the company. In comparison to the previous year, this year has been less number of bag produced on a per day basis. यानी last year के comparison में the company has produced this year less number of bag. The number is around 4500, which is less than target of 5,000 set by a company. It means company has set of producing, company ने target set किया था 5,000 bags produce करने के लिए, जबकि उसने सिर्फ produce किए 4500. It means 500 bag company ने कम produce किए हैं. The company, however, has been able to reduce the cost involved in the comparison to the last year's spending on the production and packaging of each bag. The quality of bag has also been up to the mark. Identify the concept of management ignored here. So children, the conclusion from this question was that Aarti Private Limited is there who has make a target of producing 5,000 bag per year, right? Now what has been done, that they are able to produce only 4,500 bag. It means they are not able to produce, or they are not able to achieve their target of 5,000. They only produce 4,500, 500 less bag. So which concept of management is ignored here? Definitely it will be effectiveness, because effectiveness means completing the task on time. So they are not able to complete the task within 1 year. 5,000 bag is supposed to be made or produced, which is produced only 4,500, means 500 less bags are produced. Next question say, This is a story of three children here, student. Riya, Rohan and Raj. These three are friends and they are working in a same organization. But they belong to different level of the management. They used to meet for the discussion between some day in a week, and in one day when they meet they discuss these things. Now see what discussion was going on. Riya was saying that these day I am having lot of problem motivating the people at shop floor. Now see यहीं से clear हो जाना चाहिए. Motivating the people at shop floor मतलब operational level. I have decided to purchase 2 new machines. I know I will have to set an example by being the best leader. Now Riya is talking about that she is motivating the people, those who are working into the operational level, and she has to set an example by which she can become a best leader. Now next person Rohan is there. He is saying that I am having problem with knowing the exact requirement of people in my department. It means he is working in that department, that level where he has to appoint the people. For that he exactly has to know the requirement of the employee. Different policy has to be informed to the employee so that they become aware of our company goal. I also have to coordinate with other departmental heads to know their requirement. This is said by Rohan. Now next is Raj. Now see what Raj is saying. Raj is saying that I have to decide for long term. See children, यहीं से आपको clear हो जाना चाहिए. Raj is saying I have to decide for long term. I know I will be ultimately responsible for every activity. All the policy and strategies require a lot of planning before formulation. It means Raj is working in that level where he is responsible for each and everything. He has to make policies for a long period of time also, and he is the one who has to make policies also, strategies also. So it means Raj is working into top level. Now next Rohan, because Rohan was talking about requirement of people department wise, right? So it means he is working into a middle level. And because Riya said that she has to motivate to the people who are working into shop floor, means operational level, it means Riya is working into lower level of management, right? So here this child has written Riya belong to lower level of management, Rohan belong to middle level of management, and Raj belong to top level of management, which is correct answer. Now go through with the next question. Explain any three principles of management given by F.W. Taylor. Now as you already know that we have discussed this in chapter number 2. Taylor and Fuel, these are the two person whom principle of management we have learned here. Now Taylor three main principles are harmony not discord, cooperation not individualism, and development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency. Now the first principle said harmony not discord. It means this principle said there should be a complete harmony between the owner and worker of the organization so that things can be managed properly. Cooperation not individualism. This principle of Taylor said there should be cooperation between all the employee of the organization. Competition should replace the cooperation. It means the feeling of competition should be replaced by the feeling of cooperation. Next principle said development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. And this can be done, children, only if the organizational head will provide training to the employee. Then only we will be able to develop them according to their efficiency and prosperity. Next question was question number 25, and this two questions are there, optionable question. Why it is important for a business enterprise to have knowledge of business environment? It means एक business enterprise के लिए business environment की knowledge रखना क्यों ज़रूरी है? Now this question is directly asking you about the importance of business environment, right? Now explain any three dimension of business environment. So the first one, it was three importance. If a manager is having proper knowledge about business environment, अगर एक business organization में एक manager को business environment की proper knowledge है, so what three important or advantage a business will get? The first thing will be that the business will be able to identify the opportunity which they are going to get in the future and they can grab these opportunity. It means business में अगर business environment की एक अच्छी knowledge business के manager को है तो वो बिज़नेस में कैसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आने वाली हैं उन अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएगा और उस अपॉर्चुनिटी का